Hello YouTube family, Greg D here, and we are back for another video, and I want to get your opinion on something. I need your help. So, over vacation, the wife and I have been discussing the fact that it may be time for me to get a new car. Now, I have a 2014 Volkswagen Passat with the 1.8 turbo. I have just about 70,000 miles on my car, and I'm getting to the point where stuff is starting to, like, don't get me wrong, it's been a great car, it's been very reliable up to this point, but I think with how much I drive, because I easily put 12 to 13,000 miles a year on my car, and I feel like something's going to happen. I just get that feeling, like that gut feeling that something's going to happen here soon. And even getting the car inspected within the last month or so, I had to change the tires, change the brakes, which is normal stuff, don't get me wrong, but I kind of feel like with high mileage, I feel like something's going to go wrong. So we kind of wanted something that would be a little more family friendly. Once again, not that the Passat is a bad car in that aspect, but we just kind of decided that maybe it's something to get something that's a little bit bigger, something that will be better for when we take our little family road trips, that kind of thing. So what I have in mind here is I have a couple cars in my head that I would like to look at, that I've researched, that I would probably like to go test drive. So as far as the cars are concerned, I have two cars in mind. One being another Passat. Now, the pros would be that it gets great gas mileage. It does fit the family very well, although it does hurt my back a little bit because the car is somewhat low to the ground. And it can be a little smushed when we get everything in the car as far as like road trips and stuff. And I would like something that would be a little bit more fun. And I think that getting a new Passat would, after the honeymoon phase of having a new car, would kind of go away after the first month or so. I feel like that I'd get bored with it, and then I would be stuck for the next 5 to 7 years with the exact same car. I essentially have the same car for about 10 years, and I think I'd get bored. And I tend to get bored very easily when it comes to cars, and I want something that's going to be family friendly and fun and have enough room for road trips and be able to handle maybe. We tend to do like little projects around the house, like buying mulch, dirt, fixing up things here and there, like most people do. So with that in mind, these are why I have these kind of cars in mind. The next idea for a car would be a WRX. That kind of takes the fun factor into play. Obviously has the all-wheel drive, which would be great in snow. I live in the Pittsburgh area, and we have harsh winters from time to time. So that would be great in the snow. Obviously, I would like to think that they would be able to fit the family as well without any kind of problem, because it is a sedan. And I really like the way that they look, so that is an option. I've thought of the Volkswagen Atlas, which I have gone to go see in the showroom when I've gotten my Passat worked on as far as like maintenance stuff. Very, very nice, huge car, looks great. Has the 4Motion all-wheel drive, which would be a plus. Plenty of space, different modes, 8-speed automatic transmission. So I haven't actually driven it yet, but I'm imagining that it would probably drive very well as two. Obviously, it's not going to be like a rocket just because, it's probably a 4,500-pound car with a, 3.6-liter V6. So it's not going to be something that's like, fast or anything, but it could be fun to drive. You never know. I don't know. So then the other idea that I have is to get something that is like a mid-sized truck. So I've been looking at the Honda Ridgeline, which I think for what I need would be perfect. Obviously, it's got the space. It's not the most attractive looking truck, but it's decent looking enough that I like it. Obviously, we have enough space. Obviously, has enough technology for the family. I like the fact that it has an in-bed truck, which would come into handy with once again with the road trips and doing the light housework and taking trips to like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. So that is a plus. Tailgating is a plus, especially for summer. I do tend to have like get-togethers in my house and things like that, so that would be nice. So that's where I'm coming with that. I don't really tow anything. I don't really haul anything around for the most part, so I don't need like a heavy-duty off-road truck. I don't off-road ever. I mean, my schedule is I basically go to work, I go bowling, I take my kid out, and every once in a while I'll go out with my friends. I'm never really like going camping, or I don't have the time to do that kind of thing. So I don't need something that's like a super off-road machine like a TRD Pro Tacoma or a ZR2 Colorado. I don't need anything like that. Don't get me wrong, those things look badass, but I don't need anything like that. So I feel like I'd be wasting, if I'm going to be throwing in, my price range here would probably be about $30,000 to $35,000, maybe 40 tops, but that's kind of pushing it. So I feel like if I'm going to spend that much for something that I'm not really using it to its full capability, I feel like that's a waste, if that makes sense. But those are ideas that I have as well. I love the way that the Tacoma looks. It's more of like an actual truck, which is cool, but once again, I don't need something that's like off-road ready. Because I would never use it. I would think that like the most like hardcore off-road that I do would be driving through the snow here in Pittsburgh. So I have the Ridgeline in mind. I have the Tacoma in mind. I looked at an F-150, but once again, full-size truck would be awesome as far as the family and the space, but I don't need a full-size truck. I drive through the city a lot. I don't necessarily know that having an F-150 would, once again, I'd be really putting it to its full use. I just don't know. Like, having a truck would be awesome. I've always kind of wanted a truck to be high off the ground, but once again, I'm not really sure. I feel like if I went the truck route, I'd probably go Ridgeline or something. So also, I have in there the Grand Cherokee as well. Once again, 4-wheel drive, looks good. I've talked to my brother-in-law, who is a big Jeep guy, and he's driven the newest Grand Cherokee and said that he loved it. He drove it. He had one with the V6. He had the Limited as a rental. He said he loved it. It drove really well. It has paddle shifters, has heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, vents in the back, USB ports everywhere. So that's something that's kind of obviously has enough space. That is something that I'm looking at as well. But if I had to narrow it down, I think the main choices here are going to be like either the Atlas, the Grand Cherokee, the Ridgeline, or something like the WRX, where it would be something that's more for me as far as being fun, but able to haul around the family as well. So let me know what you guys think. I've been doing a lot of research, maybe throw some ideas out there that I haven't mentioned in this video and haven't really thought of, because obviously there's going to be some things that I probably would have never thought of, but maybe if you guys mention it, I'll take a look at, and who knows, I might be surprised. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate your help. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one of the big things that I want to do once I get this new car too is I want to make videos on this vehicle, whatever I get, starting from what I like, what I dislike, to tinkering around with it, cleaning it, whatever the case is. I want to make a bunch of videos on it, because that's another one of my passions, and that's what this channel is all about. It's about me, my life, and what I like to do with it. So once again, thank you guys, and until next time, see you soon.